Hello and welcome to Nickton Gaming's Shooter Unity Development course. This will be our ninth and final video. So thank you for watching all this time. So first we need to start to drag and drop some scripts. So in our prefab, our shot sphere should have the shot script, and our bad guy sphere should have the bad guy controller. But our player capsule does not have his player controller script. So let's go to scripts and drag and drop the player controller into the open area. You can also click add component and just type in player controller there. Now we need the barrel end. That's the lowest child of the player capsule. We need the shot prefab, which is in our prefabs, the shot shell, the bad guy prefab, which is bad guy holder, the game over screen, which is game over image, and the score text, which is our score text, which is the lowest child of the score image. Now everything is lined up there, but our buttons need to be added. So let's click on both our restart and quit button and drag the player capsule onto it. You can also click here and select one of the objects, but that's a bit complicated. Then let's go to function. Oh, we actually want to do this separately. So restart button, function, player controller, and restart. Quit button, player controller, quit. Then we want to turn off the game over image. We want to save the game and double check that we have nothing else missing. And it turns out that we do have a few things missing. So in our player capsule, we need to look at the tag and change it to tag player. Also, in our project, let's double click our bad guy holder, go to bad guy sphere, add a tag, and let's add two tags. We want to add a tag shot, and we actually don't need to add a tag for bad guy. I'm sorry. So shot shell, shot sphere, untagged, tag it as shot. Okay, so that's all fine and dandy. And we are almost done. We just have one last thing, which is the main camera. If you play the game right now, you will see that, oh look, we're moving around, and the place where we shoot the ball moves too, but nothing else really happens. We can't exactly see what's going on. It's very confusing. So let's click player capsule, press the F button, zoom out a little bit, click our main camera, and we actually want to drag it onto the player capsule. Let's go, and we want to drag it into place so our Y can stay at 1, but let's move our Z to 0, and let's try this. And there we go. Now we can see ourselves moving. I will press escape to get out, and I think I am not turning right. Yes, I am turning left but not right. So let's go into our scripts to check. Okay, so I have realized the issue, and it is something very small. So in our player controller, we use the Euler Y. We actually want the max Euler Y, because the Euler Y will, as we see here, go above 360. So now it should work once we load our scripts. Okay, there's one more small issue, where if you turn it on, you can see the bad guy, but you notice that the bad guy never moves, so he doesn't get close enough for you to shoot him. So what we need to do is we actually need to go into our bad guy controller, and right about in our variables, there it is, in our variables, we never set the max distance for the player to move, so this is still at 0, which means he will never move anywhere. So I like to set the max distance to 0.5f. Okay, now let's load the script and let's test it out. So I'll click the play button. You can even go to game and maximize on play and play it. So I can move around. Oh, there's one. Let's see if I can line it up and shoot it. There's another one. And when we get to 6 score, we should get 2 bad guys popping up. Okay, that's 4. Ooh, that was a slow bad guy. Oh, yep, now we have 2. Oh, golly, I got that one just in time. The next one, I believe, is at 10. Oh, yep, so now we have 3 after us. The next one will be at 20. So just a few more. Some of them are getting pretty close. Yep, now we're at 20. Oh no, and he got me. Okay, so that's game over. You can click restart to restart, and there should be a bad guy somewhere. Now I'm spinning. So let's pause it, turn off our maximize on play, turn it on again. And we have a bad guy holder, but our bad guy's not moving. So we've got some odd things happening here. Let's see if it's just the reset. Okay, and I've noticed what the issue was. If you remember back a few videos ago, we had turned this off because we didn't want the bad guy to turn himself off. But we actually need to have this, so I'll press Ctrl K U, and this pretty much will deactivate it on game end so we can reactivate it later. So that was completely my bad. Now I will let myself die. Let's find him so we can watch ourselves get killed. And ooh, it takes a bit odd, but okay, we can look into it. And then restart, and now he's moving again. For some reason. Okay, so let's actually go back here, and we will take this. I'm terribly sorry for this, and we'll move it to if its player turns on game over screen. Okay. So now I should die on the first hit. We shouldn't have any of the funny business from before. Ooh, that was a slow moving one. Okay, good, I'm dead. Now he's coming at me. Wow, he's a slow one. Takes an unsettling amount of time for me to die, but oh well. Okay, and I can still hit them myself. I think they're circling around me. So let's try this. I'll restart, and yep, they sit inside for a little bit. Okay, so after some quick testing, I found a good solution. So in the bad guy controller, while we're doing our update, let's check to see if the distance is under this distance, because if not, what can happen is, here, let me explain with this. Let me create a new one. I will dye it white. Okay, so what can happen here is that we have our player here, and it's traveling towards us. Then it gets under the distance, and it will start to circle around like it's inside of our orbit. And that can take a while for it to register the hit, which is very rare to happen, but as you saw, it just triggered a couple of times on my screen. So I'm going to make an if statement in my update under the position movement. I will say if vector3 dot distance of the transform dot position and player dot position is less than the max distance times the speed, which is the amount we move every turn, then I am pretty much going to call the same things as if we hit the player. So I turn off this and I set the game over screen. And now everything should be running smoothly, the game should be working, and everything should be finished. Oh yeah, guy got me in the back. Let's see if I can find him this turn. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Okay. Now, ooh, that guy. I must have just barely missed him. Yeah, as always, to fix this stuff, just add some 3D objects with animations on them to the red guys, you know, update the UI, maybe show the player how good they did using player prefs, showing them their max score, how many bad guys they killed. Maybe work on the shot connecting with the bad guy too. Change extra types of bad guys, you know, the sky's the limit. And of course, if you want to build your project, just go to File, Build Settings. You need to add the open scene and then just click Build, and it will create an executable file for you to play on your computer. So I hope you enjoyed this little course, and if you have any questions, please add them in the comments, and I would appreciate if you subscribe as well. So thank you very much and have a good day.